for joining me for Veg with Lisa live. I'm Lisa. This is definitely live because I'm 3 to 4 minutes late. I'm so sorry. I just can't seem to get my SHIT together sometimes. Can anyone else relate? But nevertheless, we're here. Before I'm here, let me know that you're here so that I know that I'm not talking to myself. If you can see me and hear me, please type in the comments and say hi so that I know that I'm not the old cousin Mildred. Thank you so much for tuning in live from Wales. Do you happen to have all this crazy pumpkin spice latte stuff in the UK? Let me tell you, it's bonkers here in the US. And that is why I am showing a better alternative to that pumpkin spice latte, which, by the way, if you get a grande, it's got 50 grams of sugar. That's more than twice the amount of sugar we're supposed to get in an entire day. So I'm making it my mission to show lots of healthy, delicious, yummy options to get your pumpkin spice fix without all that inflammation that comes with the sugar. And so today I'm going to make a pumpkin spice soup, and I am so excited. So let's get to cooking. Let me get you down here where I have got in my pot. I'm not going to catch my tea towel on fire, Mildred. I've got my aromatics. That's a fancy French word for things that smell good when you saute. And you know, classic French cooking would have, I believe, it's been a while, onions, carrots, and celery or something like that. Well, my magic mirepoix mix is onions, garlic. I've got extra garlic today because I thought maybe Emily would be on. Fresh ginger and bell peppers. Hi, Susan. The Owen cousins are in the house. So in my soup pot, I've got some onions and sweet bell peppers already sauteing. I had a yellow one, so that's what I used. And I'm gonna throw in some garlic and some fresh ginger. Now, my friend Darby Schaefer of True Roots Massage gave me the inspiration for this recipe. And like all of us creative chefs, I'm sure she took it from someplace, added her own flair, and I'm adding my own flair. And the fresh ginger in the soup mix is part of my own flair because that is part of our pumpkin spice. Indeed. Okay, I've got too many dangerous utensils sitting around here. So in the pot, a little bit of olive oil, onions, sweet bell pepper. I used yellow, you could use any color. Fresh garlic chopped and fresh ginger chopped. And it smells so good already. Then I'm going to toss in some cumin. So Heather, hi, how are things in the cemetery? This is one of my favorite spices, cumin, and that's also going to be part of this pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice can be savory. It doesn't have to be sticky sweet. And some salt, a pinch of salt, not too much because we don't need too much, but we do know that we get most of our excess sodium from processed foods, not from a little bit that you toss in your pumpkin spice soup. All right, so let that cook, and then I'm gonna add in a secret ingredient, some black beans. Where is my black bean measurer? You know, I went to the store to buy these black beans, and look, it came in this aseptic container. This is cool, isn't it? I'm used to cans. Are these friendlier on the environment? I hope so. Okay, so some black beans. I'm gonna save just a few back, and you'll see the method to my madness. Heather is homesick. Savory dishes sound great. Yes, and soup, pumpkin spice soup with black beans, Heather, and lots of warming, healing spices like cumin, ginger, lots of garlic. We're wishing you well. Some tomatoes, just from a can. Yep. And here comes the pumpkin. Here comes the pumpkin. So you can take one of these and make your own puree. It's actually really easy. Maybe I'll do that next week. But for today, I bought the can. So just plain old puree pumpkin. So I was on a call with some friends last night, and we were talking about, you know, food and healthy eating, like you do. And one of my girlfriends says, you know I don't cook. Well, that's fine. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. If you don't want to cook, you don't have to cook. If you think you can't cook, however, that is another story. Because really, all I did for this recipe was open a bunch of cartons and cans. Yeah, I had to chop an onion and some garlic, but you know what? You can even buy that stuff already prepped, right? Here's the deal. We know that we eat the healthiest when we are in charge of our own food. And I'm doing my reset right now, my fall reset. Hi, Rachel. Oh my gosh, it's great to see you tuning in all the way from the prairie. I'm doing my reset right now, and it's where we take a break from inflammatory foods like added sugars, processed foods, all that gunk that, you know, we don't want. And it just makes me, every time I do it, it makes me really aware of what's in the food that I'm eating. And the only way we really know and we really can control that is we eat at home. Now, I love to go out to dinner too, but the food that we eat in restaurants has tons of sodium, lots of sugar in places that you'd be surprised, inflammatory oils. And if we buy ready-to-go food, same. Of course, there are options, but in general, if you want to eat healthy, one of the best ways to do that is to cook your own food. All right, let's see, what else have I got here? In my pot, bubbling away, I have got my onions, garlic, sweet bell pepper, fresh ginger. That's my magic 4. And then I put in some black beans, some cumin, a little bit of sea salt, the pumpkin puree, some tomatoes, and now I'm just gonna add some veggie broth. So speaking of being aware of what's in your food, veggie broth is something that you really want to read the labels on if you don't make your own. I happen to have some of my own that I made. I don't always. I buy it in those aseptic containers too. It's really handy, right? But make sure you read the label because a lot of them have sugar and tons of sodium and, again, all that gunk that we just don't want. Okay, did I forget anything? Oh, yeah. So the original recipe that my friend Darby gave me called for sherry, which I don't happen to have any sherry in the house. I'm going to use white wine as a substitute, and this is actually NA white wine because, again, I'm on my reset right now. I'm not drinking booze, and I don't trust myself to have an open bottle of wine in the house. So that's some NA white wine. Some of those are definitely better than others. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to swap this out, put this on another burner and let it finish cooking, and then show you the one that I made ahead of time. Okay, I'm running out of room. Oh, I wish you could smell it. A pumpkin spice soup facial. It smells so good. And look at how thick and rich and creamy it got. And that is not because of dairy cream or anything else. My glasses are seeing. It's because of that pumpkin. Yeah, so here is my trick. This is what I'm gonna do. I absolutely love, this is my favorite kitchen tool, I should say. I'm gonna take this to my soup and I'm gonna puree it. I'm not gonna puree all of it so that it's like baby food, but I'm gonna just, mostly because I'm a lazy chopper and my hunks are really big, I'm just gonna puree that a little bit. Oh, yeah, baby! Okay, I'm having way too much fun. And then, because I do like a little bit of texture, I'm just going to stir in a few of those remaining whole black beans. Again, so sometimes those purees are like baby food or pumpkin pie filling or something. Okay. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Darby, thank you so much for this amazing recipe. Now, let's finish this bad boy off. What do you say? We'll put a scoop of pumpkin spice soup. Oh my gosh, that looks so rich and delicious and decadent. Hi, Rob, where you been? And then I'm gonna finish it with just a teeny little splash of wine vinegar. Actually, I'm gonna put the rest of that in the pot. And some cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, you could use any greens. Some sprouts would be nice, some broccoli sprouts. They're a massive dose of sulforaphane, which is cancer killer. And then, again, for some texture, some crunch, some pepitas. If you had some cashew cream, that would be nice, but I don't. Oh, and then also, why not a squeeze of fresh lime? It goes with all of these flavors. Okay, where did my spoon go? I'm gonna turn you up here, and I'm gonna taste this pumpkin spice soup with black beans. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I can't wait for the days when you can smell through the Facebook Live. Oh my gosh, it's delicious, but I almost forgot something very important. Some extra spice. Remember, this is pumpkin spice soup. My friend Sabrina here in Asheville, the Spice Witch. My absolute favorite chili oil, chili crisp. I don't know how I could forget that. I put that on absolutely everything. Now it's gonna be knock your socks off. And it is. Thank you for joining me for Veg with Lisa Live to watch me make pumpkin spice soup. If you want the recipe, type in the comments and I'll be happy to shoot it to you. Remember, just read your labels. Have a fantastic week. See you next time. Man, this is so good.